Hey yo, microphones on, headphones on, sexy voice activated like what it do. Hey, this is episode 74, the first live ever, ever podcast from an LOFN podcast exclusively on YouTube, and this is part of the Marv Talks. So it's just an episode because it's the first episode. What I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna be talking, and I'm just super excited because I was talking about it on other episodes where I was like, I'm gonna do this podcast and I'm gonna do it live on my YouTube. So it's not gonna be a long podcast like my normally ones do. So bear with me. So tonight I'm just gonna be talking about a whole bunch of things. It's like I said, I'm in a good mind frame. Even though today is a rough day, it's my mom and my aunt's death anniversaries, and I'm always normally pretty much sad on these type of days, and I really don't want to do much. But I said, hey, I'm not gonna stop giving people the content that they want, because a lot of people was mad when I put out the N 1 and 2, and you can check those in the description below. And like I said, if you're new to the YouTube channel, if you could do me a favor, hit that bell button so whenever I put out the content, you can be the first to get it. And hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend, tell a cousin, tell a girlfriend, tell a brother, tell anybody to come support the LOFN podcast and Marv Talk, and also support the one and only, the marvelous one. So I think we'll be doing a lot of these podcasts where you can see my face, and I can look at the camera, and it's gonna be something back in the back there. I don't know what I'm gonna have back there, but I did one of these before, and I posted the YouTube video, but I didn't post the actual podcast because I felt like I was messing up. I was trying to critique too much. I'm not afraid to do the videos anymore. I'm not afraid to be on the camera. If you guys can see, I can look at the camera, I can look over here, I can look behind me, I can do all these things because I build that confidence up. And sometimes you'll see me, I look down at the camera and I look because I want to know like how much I've been talking for, how much the time, because I have a timer on my camera. My camera has a timer where it tells me like, hey, yo Marv, let's wrap it up. I'll just start this over again. So I have to just edit things, and I'm finally figuring out how to edit. I'm figuring out a whole bunch of stuff that I normally didn't know how to do before. It's because it all takes time and stuff. And I want to touch on, so Monday episode was Monday, Mental Health Monday. I'm gonna start trying to do that every Monday. It's like add a part 2, add a part 3, add a part 4, because I feel like a lot of people like that. Like a lot of people want me to do story time. I'm gonna do a lot of story time, and when I start doing the story time, I'm gonna be doing so for people can see my face. You know what I'm saying? Like you can see it, and I know a lot of people probably like, oh, the marvelous one got a cut. You feel me? Shout out to my bro Alex. You know what I'm saying? He did get me right, and he is one of the people that support everything I do. Like every time I see him, he always breaks down the podcast. It's not like he just saying it's just something. He breaks it down. He's like, man, I like when you talked about this. And I kind of told him, it's like I stopped doing the shout outs. Like I said, I no longer do no shout outs. But if it's not about the Marvelous Network, it's not about me. It's like I'm building my brand. Like I kind of was helping a lot of people, but I feel like people weren't helping me, and it's discouraging. Like I had a homegirl. She was on her social media and she's promoting her brand, and she's feeling how I feel, like no one wants to support her. No one wants to give her no love. Don't want to shout her out. Like all she's asking for is a like. Like she's not asking for no money. She's just telling you, go check out what I got going on. If you want to spend some money, you can spend some money. But she's frustrated, and I can see her anger. I can see why she would be super mad and feel some type of way. It's because when you put your blood, sweat, and tears into your brand, and you want people to follow your YouTube, you want people to support your podcast, you want some people to support your brand, and people ignore it, it hurts your feelings. No matter how you put it, no matter what you say, I don't care. My feelings was hurt. Like Drake said, I was in my feelings because I felt some type of way. Here I go putting out all this content for free. Like I'm putting out all this stuff for you guys, and y'all like, oh, well, I'll get to it when I get to it. That's just the Marv. Like that's marvelous. I'll check it out when I check it out. No, I want you to check it out right now. Like don't, because if you put something out, I'm gonna check it out. That's what people don't understand. The moment if I support you, you put something out, I'm on it. I'm gonna promote your brand before you even drop the episode, because I know every Wednesday, every Friday, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you dropping something. When Monday come, 5 o'clock, my time, wherever you at, I'ma post it. Hey, y'all, dropping at 7 p.m. Make sure you go check that podcast out. Make sure you go check that YouTube out. What is it costing me? I'm on my phone anyway. I have the phone in my hand. See, look, the phone's here. Like, it's easy. So, if the phone's in my hand, let me put that back on the thing. If the phone's in my hand, why couldn't it only take me 5 seconds to post that? Literally 5 seconds to say what I gotta say. Boom, send. Go about my day. Now my man's or my homegirl, I just promoted their brand and I can move around. Like, at least I showed them love. Even if I gotta tell people, I don't care if no one likes the picture you post. I just want someone to see it. Once somebody see it, that's helping me out. I don't care if no one likes the picture. You feel me? Like, that's what I don't get mad over that. I'm not tripping about a like. You know, I get a little thirsty. Oh, I like this. I could do the podcast. I can look at the camera. I can look at the computer. I can write stuff down if I want to, which I never really do. Like, I don't have anything written down. I'm on Twitter because we're going to talk about some things that's going on in the Twitter universe. You know, it's a little sad day for me. My Vegas Knights, they lost last night on some fugazi baloney, but that's neither here or there. You know, shout out to the Vegas Knights. My Minnesota Wild didn't even make the playoffs. What a horrible year they had. Y'all better get it together back there in Minnesota, or we're gonna have some issues. Real talk. What else going on in the sports world? Like, I like it that I'm changing up everything. Like, I'm doing everything my way. It's my network. It's my podcast. I'm touching on everything. Whatever my heart desires, I'm touching on it. The curse, the Drake curse. You know, Drake's from Toronto, so Toronto Maple Leafs had something going on, and then Justin Bieber show up to the game, and then boom, they lose. It's kind of crazy, man. Like, I wouldn't want to be a sports team and have that individual coming through, putting on my team's jersey, come through, bringing all that type of energy. I don't want that, because if every time this man comes around, that team lose. It's literally has happened. Like, I have seen him put it, like, literally, he was put on the jersey, he's up there clapping like, let's go, and they lose. And I'm like, damn, man, like, the sixth guy really, like, bad luck, man. So I wanted to touch on that because I see people like, man, it's like, is it Bieber? Because Justin Bieber showed up too, but is it the Bieber and Drake caused us to lose? We could say some of that, or just maybe the Boston Bruins is better than the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's leave it at that. Let's touch on the boy Dame Dollar, game-winning 3, hit that thing. Hit that thing from deep. I was like, what is that? Splash. I mean, I felt bad that it had to be Paul George, but we don't really rock with OKC because they left Seattle. So when OKC left Seattle, I mean, we kind of, like, it was great to see that it was Portland versus OKC, because Portland put them boys away 4-1, and it's like, if you ever lived in Seattle or you ever lived in Washington, trust me, you felt real good seeing that the Portland Trail Blazers sent them boys packing from OKC, because OKC used to be the Seattle Supersonics, so they get no love. Back to the drawing board for them boys. They at home. Got them boys up out of there. Philly got Brooklyn. Brooklyn put up a fight, but Brooklyn wasn't ready for Philly. Orlando got one win against Toronto. They got put up out of there. Enough of the sports talk. But like I said, I like this, y'all. Like, this is cool. You know what I mean? I finally, like yesterday, I spent some time watching some YouTube videos. I finally seen a couple of videos like Big Bang with YG, The Clout with what's the Cardi B and Offset. That's a dope video. I feel like, even though I feel like Cardi B was, she looked and was acting like Nicki Minaj in the video. I don't know if she was trolling her or what was going on, but to me, she looks a little bit like Nicki Minaj in the video. And I was like seeing like the rich girl, like the city girls video. Like, I spent the day just watching videos because I hear songs, but I never see the video. So I'm like, oh, this is a video? I never seen that. Like, I like the Taste video. Like, I love that song, but I watched the video sometimes, but not always, to turn off. So I actually watched the whole video. He had a lot of cameos in there. He had a lot of women in there too. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, that's a jam to me. I never forget when I heard that in Starbucks. Like, I'm just in Starbucks getting some coffee, and I was like, I hear Tiger said it, and I'm like, nah. I didn't just hear that. Like, I'm like, I just didn't hear that. And as I'm sitting back and I'm thinking, I'm like, I hear that do 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 do. I'm like, oh, okay, like this is really that. And I'm like, okay, taste. Okay, I'm thinking about, okay, you about to drink your coffee with taste, but I'm like, no, he's big time if he's here in Starbucks being played and you getting ready to get your coffee and you hear this. It's like, I'm just sitting there like, nodding my head like I'm feeling this, and I feel like, man, that's so dope that song is being played. And someone else said they heard it at Dunkin' Donuts in Vegas. Like, people just saying they hear that song a lot. And I'm like, man, I like it. So, seeing that video was cool. Then I also seen a video, and the dude was like, I seen a couple of dudes where they said, like, they pointed out their girlfriends in the video. Like, man, that's my girl right there. She told me she was going here and she was going there. Now she up here shaking her ass in this video. I would be like, listen here, man. I'll be pissed if that was me. Like, my lady was like, oh yeah, I'm going out of town, I'm gonna be out of town, for work, what I mean? That's cool, you do your little model thing, I support that. But then all of a sudden you look up, seeing it, like just up in there like shaking whole booty meat. I would have been like, wait a minute. So I seen that video and I just fell for them. Like, so I ain't never laughed so hard because these dudes was just point like, that's my girl right there. What the F? Like, what she doing here? She up in here shaking whole booty. And I was like, man, bruh, like, she did not know that this video was going to be all over. Like, that was a hit. What she thought she was going to do? That video never hit YouTube? Come on now, bruh. You should have been known that. Like, that if she a model and she telling you she going to do a photo shoot and all that, and she going to do like she going to get it in. But so yeah, like I was saying, I just was seeing like a lot of videos, and I was like, man, this is dope. Maybe I should start watching more videos because, RP to the great Nip. I still watch his videos, and I remember telling someone like, hey, he got a song called Status Symbol Part 2, and I was like, man, whenever I would see this video, it would just put me in a mind frame where it's like, hey, we all know I used to be in a bad place. I used to do bad things. But whenever I would see that video, the video was so goonish. Like, it comes on, you hear the little song, and then you see Nipsey boys, and then all of a sudden you see Nip just look at you like, it's about to go down if you come. And then all the stuff he was talking about, it just had a lost individual just popping. Like, that song had me going, and who would have known months later I would have found March Madness. So it's like, it's crazy how Nipsey always been one of my favorite rappers. Jay-Z's my all-time favorite rapper, but Nipsey Hussle is right up in there with In the Nick of Things, right there in my top 5, hands down. And I'm not just saying that because he's no longer here. If you know me, he's in my top 5. I have every single album. Sometimes I can rap off every song and I'd be like, okay, I might need to cool it down because I'm starting to say the B word and I don't really say that word. So when I be listening to some Nip songs, I be have to catch myself because it's a couple of my jams and that word come following through. But I don't really say that word. That's not something I really say. But what I'm saying is that I would like listen to this video, and this video just get me juiced up. So when I tell people, I'm like, man, I listen to videos as like 4 or 5 years old. Like, that's how I am. Like, I listen to New School's music. Don't ever get it twisted. I listen to a lot of what's going on. Like that City Girls Acting Up, that beat. Man, that jam get me going. I like that. Now that's a good jam. I don't understand nothing they talking about, but something about scamming dudes. About it, I'm gonna have to listen to it when I get done doing this, and then the next podcast I'm gonna revisit on it because it's probably gonna be a live one. yeah, I don't really know much what they saying, but I rocks with it. I think it's pretty. It's a dope song. It's ratchet. You already know. If you a fan of the podcast and you've been listening to if you don't listen, you know I like that ratchet stuff. You know, I ain't got the TV on today because I got the computer. Normally I would have the TV rolling, looking at My Real Wives of Atlanta, all that stuff. Love and hip hop. That's what I need. That motivates me to give out great shows. But yeah, I like that ratchet stuff. And when I hear them girls, I was like, what? And you know, I was saying to somebody, I was like, they say Lil Yachty wrote that. I'm like, Lil Yachty was up in that thing scamming, like, I mean, like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like I said, man, I like this. This is fun. Like, I'm showing my face. I'm talking to y'all. We vibing. Y'all actually getting to see how I do the podcast, where no one can be like, cause some people have came at me and be like, yo Marv, I know you be writing stuff down. There's nothing here that I'm writing. I'm talking directly to the camera and to the mic. The mic's here, the camera's here, I'm here. The screen in the back of me, like I'm gonna have something back there. I always put something back there. I don't know. Before I started off, I gotta always give RIP to my man Nips. I am dropping a video. I will not be looking nothing like this, y'all. Make sure y'all understand that. I'm gonna look a little bit Grizzly Adams, because those videos are kind of old. But this is what I look like right now. We're live, baby. This is live. You see what I mean? Hold on, let me take the headphones off. Look at this. Look at this. This is me. Got a little fresh cut, you know. I'm looking real diaper dandy. You feel me? But like I said, so I'm dropping a couple of videos that I got edited up away. Like, I'm dropping a video. It's Victory Lap, a classic. I'm gonna say that right now. Yes, it is. And I'm very biased on the podcast, but I feel like y'all should. I'm very biased on the video. I think y'all should check it out. You know, the description below is gonna be dropping. I might drop it today. Then I got another ones. I got a whole bunch of them that I'm just dropping. And I said what I'm gonna start doing is every Friday, I'm gonna start dropping motivational videos on all over my social medias. Facebook, Twitter, I don't really do Snapchat that much, Instagram. I'm gonna just YouTube, I'm gonna just start dropping motivational videos, because there's a lot of people that's starting to reach out now. I felt like when I dropped that podcast to end, that it kind of like showed a lot of people like, hey, I took for granted his content. Like, he can take this away from us, and I really, really like this. So instead of me just being a ghost listener, I'm going to start supporting this man and his brand and start letting him know how much this brand means to me and how much I like this brand. Because like I said, once I could easily just take everything away and put everything exclusively on my network, and to see if you really rocking with me, you'll have to pay for some of the stuff that I'm putting out. Because like I said, I have been giving y'all a lot of free content. And yeah, like I was telling my homegirl, like, yeah, our feelings do get hurt when people don't support us and don't see our vision. Like, when we do this, we do a lot of this stuff from our heart. Like, I wasn't always a podcast guy. I was a radio host where every week I'm doing a show. Like, that's what people don't get. Like, every week I was doing a show, and a great show, which I had an amazing time doing it. But like I said, when that stuff happens and you start to figure out and be like, okay, now I'm away from the radio station. Like, everything's not there for me. Now I got to do everything on my own. I got to promote myself. I got to beat it. You become everything. So when people don't see it or don't get it, it stings. It hurts. It really, 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 really hurts. And it's like, I feel her pain. That's why I told her, like, I'm here to help you. I'm gonna help you get your brand right. I'm gonna show you the ins and outs of everything. You feel me? Like, I don't want, because like I said, man, Minnesota, like, I'm from there. I love that place. But that place, it got some people that's so jealous and envious and just like, man, we gotta do better. Like, look. I love that place. It's tattooed on my body, like, and they don't really be showing me no love. Like, I got 6'5" and 6'12" tatted all over my body. Like, you'll start thinking I was that one snitching 6'9" guy, because I'm always 6'5", 6'12". I never just say, oh, I'm all Minnesota. I'm without saying, oh, I'm from St. Paul and I'm from Minneapolis, because I don't live. Before I moved to the West Coast, I was living in Minneapolis. So yes, those places mean a lot to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just gonna just be talking that mumbo jumbo talking and don't like rep that. But if Minnesota can't rep me, I can't be repping Minnesota like that. I can't be Minnesota this, I'm Minnesota crazy this, St. Paul made this. St. Paul and Minneapolis need to start supporting my ass. That's what they need to start doing, and supporting me if that's what they really want. Because I'm not gonna be sitting up here going Minnesota crazy for nobody that's not going crazy for me back at the crib. That's ludicrous. That is straight ludicrous. It's not something I want to be signed up for, but I'm never going to just hate Minnesota. My family there. You know, shout out to everybody in Minnesota that's rocking with the boy. I love y'all to death. And the people that don't rock with me, I mean, I think y'all should get on this movement, because the brand is going pretty popping. You feel me? Like, look, man, I got my own mouse, man. Come on, man. I'm serious about this brand, y'all. This is not a game. Like, I'm serious about it. Like, I may tweak it up and change little things about my brand, because that's who I am. I'm always changing. I'm always switching up. But for the most part, you can always see that wolf somewhere, because I'm from Minnesota, and that's the Minnesota wolf.